Welcome back to the Stateless Patriot channel. I know I've been away for a while now, but I'm pretty much settled into where I am now currently. Still don't have any equipment to record the way I want to, but so it's true. It's done. Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States, and I can already hear the thousands of coping MAGA heads going, no, just wait till December 14th, man. The media is not the one that calls the elections. Then who is? I mean, if you look at the Electoral College, he passed 270. You need 270 to win. It's over. It's over. Yeah, we'll just wait for all these court cases to come through, and Trump's gonna beat them and all that, despite each one of them getting dismissed one by one, left and right. These people must be paying attention, aren't they? Because election night was stressful, very stressful. We watched the Red Mirage play out just the way it was predicted. Bernie Sanders called it a couple of weeks. I think he went on Jimmy Fallon and he explained it perfectly. But this was going around in circles. Leftist circles, I guess, because leftists are the only ones that cover news that's even worth a damn. And of course, the mainstream media probably touched on it a little bit, but a lot of people still didn't really understand what was happening. Because of mail-in ballots and the way that some states are set up, the way that their election laws are set up, they can only count certain votes later on in the day, like the mail-in votes. And mail-in votes tend to lean Democratic. More Democrats use mail-in ballots than Republicans who voted in person on that day. So what you saw in states like Wisconsin and Michigan, as well as Pennsylvania, is overwhelming support for Trump. Trump was up. Trump's numbers were up early on, and that was terrifying. But the next day, that pretty much reversed, and what we have been seeing, is a collective MAGA meltdown. It has been beautiful. We'll get to the consequences of Joe Biden winning soon, as well as what it means that Donald Trump has lost, and he's lost. Stop denying it. Get over it, please. He's gone. The cases won't go up through the courts. The Supreme Court will not decide the election. The recounts won't even go in his favor. The margins are too big. But this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, the MAGA crowd and Republicans and conservatives don't seem to understand democracy. They don't seem to understand the election processes of the United States. And to an extent, that's done on purpose. Republicans don't understand democracy because they have nothing but resentment for it. Early on, you had certain states, certain crowds in different states saying, "Stop the votes! Stop the votes!" In other parts of the country, you had people chanting outside the vote counting places, "Count the votes! Count the votes!" Amazing. There's something really poetic about the collective ignorance of Republican voters and Trump supporters, claiming that there's widespread fraud, and even Republicans like Chris Christie and Lindsey Graham are telling, and Marco Rubio, I think even, are telling Trump, hey, put up or shut up, show us this fraud. Even Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick of Texas, big-time conservative, huge conservative, said he was offering $1 million for anyone that can show him like just clear, blatant fraud. Meanwhile, there are studies indicating that this is the most secure election in U.S. history. And speaking of being poetic, what could be more poetic than your own team's incompetence, your own administration's incompetence, by booking your speech, which is like this, which is supposed to be this giant speech, which people were expecting to be a concession speech, instead of at the Four Seasons Hotel. Instead, it's at the Four Seasons Total Landscaping, a landscaping business. It was booked at a landscaping business, podium and all, for his team to come speak, Rudy Giuliani and etc. And it was right in between. It's become a meme. It was right in between a crematorium and a dildo shop. And the meme is, it's quite fitting that it took place here between a dildo shop and a crematorium, because it's right after an entire country told you to fuck off and die. But according to the election results, Joe Biden is looking right at this moment to get around 5 or 6 million more votes than Donald Trump. And more people in this election voted than any other American election in history. And Republicans and Republican voters, they don't really know how to take Donald Trump's loss. It's very, very disturbing that after 2016 and after the last 4 years, Trump's actions, he gets 10 million more votes than he did before. That's very disturbing, and it needs to be addressed by every one of us. It's insane what lengths that they're going right now to contest the election results, claiming that Joe Biden didn't actually win. Ari Berman put it very well themselves. They said, "It's truly insane to see the Republican Party, which gutted the Voting Rights Act, sabotaged the USPS, closed polling places, purged voters, attacked mail voting, tried to throw out ballots, and fabricated evidence of fraud under oath, accuse the other side of cheating." But it's funny, these same Republicans and these same voters, they completely accept the results of the House and Senate, which Republicans did very good. The polls were off again. Biden was supposed to have a really big night. He was, according to the polls, he was looking to get anywhere between 320 and 360 electoral votes. Now it's only looking that he'll get maybe 306 at most when all is said and done. And I find this remarkable. After everything the Trump administration has done, after the complete and utter failure of COVID-19, people looked at this guy. 73 million people looked at this guy and said, "I want that guy to have another 4 terms." Yeah, that man right there, he's a true leader, and he deserves a second term. Now, I voted for Joe Biden. But he's obviously not my guy. Not even close. Joe Biden's awful. But people voted for him because this was a referendum on Trump. This was a message to him and anyone like him, anyone supporting him. We do not accept this. This has been a colossal mess. It has been chaos. It has been an international embarrassment. It's been a failure on so many fucking levels. But even with Trump's clear defeat here, the left, as in progressives, social democrats, they're all getting heat right now from Democrats and Republicans alike, that they are the reason why Joe Biden underperformed in this election, which he absolutely did. And they are also the reason why we lost some House seats, and why we didn't take the Senate, at least yet, but probably not likely, unfortunately, which is very bad. You have losers like Abigail Stenberg claim, "Oh, I don't want to hear the word socialist ever again. Defund the police cost me my election. Blah, blah, blah." Whining and complaining when in all swing state districts that Democrats were running in, not a single one that ran on Medicare for All lost. And then you have ass clowns like John Kasich, who didn't give Ohio to the Democrats, barely even did anything to get Joe Biden over the edge there. It was close for a minute, but he couldn't do it. For some reason, the Democratic Party and the mainstream media is propping him up just to shit on the left, just to shit on progressives. He's saying, well, the far left, most people in this country aren't far left, so we should really tone it down. All these progressive Democrats should tone it down, because most people in this country are moderates or center-right, center-left, blah, 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 blah. This is a guy who was cast out of his own party because of how far right it has gone. And I'm sorry, I don't want the Democratic Party, which should be moving more to the left, to take advice from someone who's anti-choice, anti-labor, pro-fracking, didn't flip his own state, and is attacking the very people who actually did bring Joe Biden the election. Progressives and the left did far more than moderate Democrats to get people registered. In Michigan and Minnesota alone, Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib registered hundreds of thousands of voters. The same thing happened in Georgia with many people. They helped push Biden over the edge. So Joe Biden winning is already giving me flashbacks to smug, condescending liberals during the primaries who wouldn't listen to a thing I had to say about Bernie Sanders because they bought into the media narrative that Joe Biden was more electable, despite Bernie Sanders' policy positions being enormously popular. Medicare for all is enormously popular. Forgetting student loan debt is enormously popular. A living wage is enormously popular. Yet, all these loser moderate Democrats and Republicans claim, oh, that's too far left. We can't do that, despite them having a majority approval in polls across the country. So it's going to be a fight for the next 4 years. I hope that you tune in every step of the way. Thank you for tuning in again. More videos are on the way now that I have more time. It's been nuts. I've been so constrained and so burned out by politics in general. But I do have content in the works. But I do have content on the way. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about the past couple weeks in the comments. Follow me on Twitter. And like me on Facebook. Thank you guys so much.